It's the strongman capital of the world, the Greater Columbus Convention Center here in Columbus, Ohio, home to the 2020 Arnold Strongman Classic competition. But now we shift slightly to a new phase, that is the Rogue Record Breakers. This is something that is unique here to this style of event. It's not just the elite athletes that are competing for the overall crown, but a few other athletes mixing in. They're not exactly every men or every women by any stretch of the imagination, but they get a chance to come here on the big stage here in the Rogue Record Breakers.
Yes, they do. They have to qualify to be here. These are terrific events. This gives athletes a chance to be on this stage and get recognition. But it's also about, this is a sports festival, and that really speaks to that. Even though we have elite, super elite competitions like the Arnold Strongman Classic, we also have other athletes that have a chance to come out, men and women. We've got a lot of people that are involved with strength athletics now.
Launched in 2016, Rogue Record Breakers is a unique strength challenge to showcase amazing accomplishments of modern strength across all disciplines. They represent a different level of competition, with some of the world's greatest strength athletes attempting to raise the bar of human accomplishment. Athletes that set a new Rogue record are rewarded with cash prizes, as well as having their name etched into strength history. Past events have included some now iconic feats, including Hafthor Bjornsson's 474-kilogram elephant bar deadlift, Martins Lietz's 565-pound Milo rockover squat, Brian Shaw's 560-pound Manhood Stone lift, and Kristen Rhodes' max overhead monster bell lift of 175 pounds. The Rogue Record Breaker competition has provided many of the recent can't-miss moments at the annual Arnold Sports Classic, Rogue Invitational, and more. These challenges have, up until this point, been an invitation-only competition. But for 2020, an online qualifying system was created, giving everyone a fair opportunity to punch their ticket to the Arnold Sports Classic in Columbus for a shot at doing something no one has done before. The final competitors list for each event at the Arnold Sports Classic will host a mix of qualified athletes and invited athletes competing to set new Rogue records. This is one of the biggest sporting events in the world, but in 2020, the state of Ohio has issued a health order to protect against the spread of the coronavirus. This means the Arnold Fitness Expo has been canceled, as well as general spectators from watching the event. It'll certainly have an impact on some of the environment surrounding these athletes, but what they're able to accomplish on the competition floor should not be affected. Just about ready to get the competition underway. Our first Rogue Record Breaker is the Manhood Stone. Good name for a strongman event, I would say.
The Scottish term for this was the Clockhead Fear. The great round stones that we saw in early strongman competitions back in the early 80s was from Scotland.
The beginning stone, the entry level, is 565. Anyone who's able to put that one up and over moves on to 600.
Again, we're back to stretching the limits of human capability, and that's one of the visions of Terry Todd with this competition. What can human beings do? How far can we stretch this thing? 565 stone is unbelievable.
And now it's the entry point here before you can try the 602-pound stone. Today's athletes will use Atlas stones made by Slater's Hardware of Lancaster, Ohio, which have appeared in multiple Arnold Strongman Classic competitions. 24-inch diameter molds are filled with concrete to form the historic circular shape. In 2016, the Rogue record was set by Brian Shaw with a then astounding 555 pounds over a 48-inch bar. In 2017, Shaw broke his own record with an impressive 560-pound lift. In 2018, the women got their shot at the womanhood stones. Multiple competitors lifted successfully over the 44-inch bar, and ultimately, the Rogue record was set by Donna Moore, able to do 2 reps with the 324-pound stone in 2 minutes. Then in 2019, Donna Moore returned and demolished her previous mark. Moore lifted the 324-pound stone 5 times in just 90 seconds. This year, the Atlas Stone for men is bigger than ever before. The starting weight of 565 pounds is a record in and of itself if you can get it over the 48-inch bar. It's 5 pounds more than Brian Shaw's record lift from 2017, But this year, the Slaters have made an even heavier Atlas Stone, a 602-pound behemoth, nearly 50 pounds heavier than what the world record lift was just 4 short years ago. It looks like Tom Stoltman will be first up. Trey Mitchell will follow, and Wesley Claiborne will be third up.
Tom Stoltman's from the far north of Scotland, up in Caithness and Alness. He's got great height. He's a very tremendous stone lifter, and I think he's going to show us how to do the 565.
We've got a lot of our competitors in the Arnold Strongman Classic hanging out around the perimeter. They want to see this too.
I do. I want to see the 600-pound as well.
Makes it look easy, a record in its own right.
He's warming up for the 600-pound stone. Wow. Can you make the rest of us not feel so bad and just strain a little bit, buddy?
Trey Mitchell III from Lumberton, Texas is next.
He wants to get this. It's a push, Luke. I want to see somebody push Luke. Push Tom, I mean. Right in his fingertips. You just can't get the stone. If you don't break it off the ground, you're not going to lift it. See how these athletes help you. That's tacky, some resin. He's really applying that. Stone lifting without tacky is very different, but it's accepted that for certain competitions that you can use some tacky.
He'll make his second attempt. Trying hard to get under it.
Yeah,
just not going to happen.
Just not happening today for him. Good attempt.
Tom Stoltman able to get it up with ease.
Yes.
So there has been a record set already. And just where will the bar be placed?
Wesley Claiborne is an American who's we saw at Santa Monica. He's a bit of a minimalist. He's just going to walk out and make his attempts. He also has the world's record in lifting a keg over a bar, and that's over 550 pounds. So he's got a shot at this, obviously.
Wes Claiborne from Georgia gets it to his knees.
Wow, right off the ground. Oh, come on. Keep pulling. Yes. Wow, tied. Nice. Oh, boy, I love it. I told you he was a minimalist. He just walked down and put it over the implement, and that's it.
Tom Stoltman has company. Now they'll move to 602.
I would not be surprised if he does it. Well, here we go, folks. Tom Stoltman. Come on, open up. Wesley already got a record here. 602.
Wow, right off the ground. Wow.
602.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Tom Stoltman.
That was astounding.
602.
Wow. Astounding.
We got to find bigger stones.
Oh. Tall, got a long grip. 602, unbelievable. Okay, let's see what
Wes Claiborne can try and match it.
I guess they split the money if they both get it, because they both have broken or tied the record. Whoa, off the ground. That's fantastic. That's actually a great lift in itself. Magnus is on the stage. He's quite impressed by the fact he just broke it off the floor. I feel pretty good just deadlifting what these guys are yanking up as a stone.
Got it to his knees.
He's pushing his feet down, trying to get it to his knees and roll it back. I think he's done.
Tom Stoltman will hold the world record on his own, 602 pounds.
Fantastic.
Tom Stoltman establishing and then re-establishing again here in this Rogue record breaker. And he is standing by with our Kiki Dixon.
Tom, you made that look easy. You set the record, then you broke your own record. What does it mean to you to do that here?
Yeah, well, to do it on the biggest stage in Strongman's good, but I was confident. I think I've got a 300k plus stone in me, you know. Everyone's saying I'm the king of the stones, and I proved it today. And the first world record I did, I do that for 3 or 4 reps, so I knew the first one was there, and then all I needed to do was a easy second one. It luckily went over, so yeah, all good.
Incredible. We got to find bigger stones. 660 pounds, 700 pounds. What's possible is being reimagined each and every year. Congratulations to Tom Stoltman. Stay with us. The women's bag over bar featuring some familiar names and new strong women is up next, right here at the 2020 Rogue Record Breakers. Welcome back to the 2020 Rogue Record Breakers here in Columbus, Ohio. First record was smashed by Tom Stoltman, and now we'll set the bar with the first ever women's bag over bar Rogue Record Breaker. You could consider it maybe a little bit of the home run derby of this competition in the sense that you have to go over a wall. So there's that home run component to it. It's going to be a very entertaining competition. Getting a look here at where these competitors are going to tackle. It is the women here on bag over bar. You're starting on this 15-foot bar. Bags are going to increase round by round. It'll be very exciting to see these 4 women here go after this event. What are the keys you're watching for, male or female, when you're trying to throw something over a bar?
Well, basically it's being able to get your hips down and to get a long arc on the bag, because radius and distance will cause that bag to go higher. I want to bring up the implements themselves. Those bags are phenomenal. I mean, I really love what Rogue's done with those bags. They're very durable. It gives a new dimension. You can do an indoor event that's weight over bar. The other thing is the actual apparatus that they throw over is absolutely rock solid. So it'll be able to take a pounding, and it's at a set height, so you kind of gauge yourself inside of that. So I like this event very much.
Let's get a look at the competitors here in the field. Nikita Marzano, Donna Moore, Britta Maggard, and Hannah Linzay. They are the 4 that will be competing here in bag over bar in our Rogue Record Breakers.
I'm excited to see this. Also to have, again, an opportunity for women. This is a vision from Rogue and from Jan Todd to have women involved at this level of strength athletics.
We've got our 4 competitors taking center stage. They choose their starting weight. Britta Maggard is up first, 25-pound bag.
Oh, that was easy.
Wow. There you see Britta Maggard easily over that 15-foot bar.
I think that was a successful throw. About 5 feet over the bar.
She might up it a couple of pounds after that.
I know.
Hannah Linzay is next.
After I was talking about that's a huge start.
Linzay at 25 pounds.
Oh, doing the suitcase style.
Very nice. Good angle there.
So that's a suitcase style where you point the implement forward as opposed to sideways. Here's Nikita, very experienced in this event. Ode Haugen talking to her.
Nikita is going to be starting at 30 pounds. Philadelphia area and Wilmington, Delaware.
Great Highland Games athlete.
30 pounds, gets it over.
Excellent throw. The only thing about holding it that way, I think you actually cut down a little bit of the arc. It seems this is the prevalent style they decided on.
Now Donna Moore from England, 30 pounds, her starting weight. Good launch.
Had the height.
Didn't quite get. Is she too far away from the bar, or
possibly she just needs to make the, so excuse this term, a parabola. It's a parabola, so she needs to get the peak right there. She needs to step back about 2 feet. She needs to hurry. She's going to be out. Even Magnus is kind of giving her some coaching. Wow.
Donna Moore unable to get the 30-pound bag over the bar. She got it higher than the bar, but that's not the test here. Donna Moore unexpectedly out early. We continued at 30 pounds with Britta Maggard and Hannah Linzay, both successful. Then Nikita Marzano missed on her attempt at 35 pounds. Britta Maggard looked very smooth on 25 and 30 pounds.
Yes, very explosive.
35 next. 35 pounds to take the lead. Got it.
Nice. Wow. Notice how far back she was able to get that bag because she had her hands in that forward orientation as opposed to side to side as opposed to front and back. That front to back orientation cuts off your arc. If I were a coach, I would recommend that the athletes hold it with their hands side to side to increase the arc.
Hannah Linzay is next. She is not listening to you.
She might just be strong enough to just do it.
She is.
Wow.
So interesting that our two athletes that elected to do, well, let's call it a warm-up toss at 25 pounds, are the only two that are able to continue here in the competition. The two that elected to start at 30 didn't go any further. Britta Maggard next at 40 pounds, using that style you were asking for, and short of the bar on her first attempt. She has that 30-second window.
She cut it off. She cut it off. She didn't completely extend her hands over.
Questionable on whether that one was ever high enough, but certainly did not have the angle. So Britta Maggard, 35 is where she is going to stop. And now the question is, can Hannah Linzay eclipse that?
She rushed it a little bit. You got to be patient and let that bag drop down and then set your hips down and then follow that arc up. She rushed it a little bit on that last bag. Now if she can just take her time and let that bag swing back and get that big arc.
40 pounds.
She stepped back about 2 feet and she'll get it.
It looked like height-wise she was there, or very close at worst.
Had the height, the check's in the mail. Very close. She's got 5 seconds. Can she do it?
Gonna try and give it a throw. Oh, the buzzer beater! Hannah Linzay!
That's great. I thought it was sort of going to be a cursory throw, and she just said, I'm going to just do this. That's fantastic.
That was unreal. And Hannah Linzay getting that 40-pound bag over the bar. Absolutely incredible. She is standing by with Kiki Dixon.
Hannah, what an incredible performance you just had. You were able to pull it out the bag with 5 seconds to go. How did you do that?
I just ripped it and did as much as I could, and we swamped it.
Yes, you did. And what does it mean to you to be competing here on this competition floor and set that record right now?
It's a little insight to see what's coming. I'm on the uprising, and I have a lot to show the world, and I'm ready to do it on this platform. And just thank you for everyone that has put this together for us. And I want to thank my parents, my boyfriend, for everything that they do for me, and my coach, and everybody that's a part of this.
Well, congratulations. We look forward to following your journey.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kiki. Thank you to Hannah as well. That was incredible. Are you not entertained? You should be. A good preview of what's to come. A new Rogue record is written into history in dramatic fashion, and we are just getting started. Coming up next, it's the Log Press here at the 2020 Rogue Record Breakers. Welcome back to the 2020 Rogue Record Breakers here in Columbus, Ohio. Dom Stoltman has amazed us with his record-shattering 602-pound Atlas Stone lift, and Hannah Linzay's bag-over-bar buzzer beater was a sight to see. But we're just warming up, with many more events to come. Next up, one of the toughest records to break, the overhead log press, with Zydrunas Savicka's record standing at 503 pounds. Rogue's partner, Slater's Hardware, specializes in making these log press implements. This solid wood log has neutral hand grip positions, large rope wraps, and Rogue's machined Olympic plates. For the records to be beaten, athletes will need successful presses of 504 pounds for the men and 300 pounds for the women.
20 years ago, the absolute record was 385, and these guys are going to try a 500-pound log. That's absolutely astounding.
As we see right now, Luke, the Highland Oak Stoltman coming onto the competition floor, eyeing up that 504-pound log. Men's overhead wooden log lift. I'll give you the full order of competition, but it's only one.
It's great to see Scots having influence again in strongman. Stoltman brothers have certainly shown themselves to be great competitors. So when you press a log, a couple of things you want to do is you want to get the log efficiently up to your shoulders. You don't want to waste any energy that you don't have to getting up to your shoulders. Some of that's tilting your wrist forward and pushing it back. The other thing you want to do is be able to push up and back. But one of the keys to that is keeping your elbows parallel to the floor.
For 500 pounds.
Got it off his shoulders. That's astounding.
He's won in another one.
That's a real strong man. It looked heavy, but I'm going to try again. He got it up to his shoulders really well.
He's got over a minute on the clock within which to attempt this, so doesn't have to be in a hurry, and he's only got to get it up once.
Absolutely. Got a little chalk on his chest so he can have a better purchase with the log. Notice how he tilts his hands forward, Sam. That's so that when he gets it into his lap, it'll tilt right back into the position that he needs and have his elbows more parallel to the floor so that he can push back more effectively.
Brings it up to his chest. Can he get the overhead press?
Oh. Wow, that's a great effort.
Limit reached today. One day, someone will put it over, just not here in 2020.
Yeah, Zydrunas he's the record holder.
The women's overhead wooden log lift is going to be next up for our Rogue record breakers. A 300-pound log is being prepped. Been getting updates throughout, and it sounds like only Kristen Rhodes is going to make an attempt on this 8 times in her strong woman career. She has been America's strongest woman and a 3-time strong woman world champion. So she is going to give it a go here on the 300-plus pound log.
You have to prove yourself to be here, so she's proven herself. So she's probably been somewhere around 15 pounds of this in log pressing and training, I would imagine, to have the ability to come here and have a legitimate run at this. Plus, you can do a little bit of push pressing, get your hips involved. It's not just all shoulders.
Kristen Rhodes, also a mother of 3.
Their kids should have a T-shirt that says, "My mom is stronger than your mom and your dad."
And your dad. 300-pound log. Gets it up to her chest.
Right up. She's got her hands in great position. She gets some hips and pushes back. She's got a shot at this. Oh. She got it right in position. It was a very strong position. Exactly. I wouldn't change anything about that piece. You could tell she really wanted that.
She wants it bad. The amount of energy it takes to. So give it another effort here.
Not today. Okay.
Great effort.
Great effort. But there's a woman who's watching right now who's going to break that record. It might be Kristen, maybe next year, but somebody's going to do it.
Unfortunately, no new record for the overhead log press today. But stay with us as we speak with our newly crowned Rogue record breakers when we return. Welcome back to the 2020 Rogue Record Breakers here in Columbus, Ohio. Over the course of 3 events so far, we've seen 1 previous record beaten as well as 1 new record set. Let's meet these record holders and find out what drives them to attempt these amazing feats of strength.
My name is Hannah Linzay. I'm originally from Cheneyville, Louisiana. I am a professional strongwoman, and I just broke the Rogue Record Breaker sandbag over bar. I grew up playing soccer my entire life. Went on and played D1 college soccer. I was a goalkeeper. After college, I continued to lift because I enjoyed it. Made me happy. I liked being stronger than all my friends. Went to Arnold, finished second my first year. I decided to make the weight jump to heavyweight women, and I won my pro card at Nationals this past year. I won Nationals first place. I know that as long as I put everything into it, I can control my own destiny because I work harder than everyone else. For the record breaker, we had to do an online qualification system. We had to video our whole attempt from how high the bar was, measure the bag, weigh the bag, and then I qualified with a 40-pound over 15-foot bar that I actually matched at contest. I knew I could hit 40. I really wanted 45, but given the circumstances, 40 was good enough for the win, and that's what I needed to do. It was amazing. Like the last 5 seconds, pulling it out and just ripping it over and running around and seeing everybody up and down screaming and yelling for you. You know, my parents, my boyfriend, all my friends just yelling and everyone yelling my name. We're just getting started.
I'm Tom Stoltman. I'm from Scotland and I'm a professional strongman. When I grew up, I was kind of doing a lot of potato picking and built my lower back up and built strength up doing that, and then kind of progressed on to building walls, and that kind of got me into the different kind of shapes of the stones and got me stronger. I was kind of known for lifting the Atlas stones and had a few records in it before, and I kind of got one made in my gym and trained on it, and then yeah, here we are today, and I ended up loading it, which was a really good moment for me. So I broke the smaller one, which was 565, 256 kilograms, and then the big 600 pound, which was the first ever stone over 600 pound loaded in a competition, so really good feeling. I was confident I was going to do it. I'm quite lucky because I'm so tall that I kind of don't have to work as hard as the other boys. With the way it went up and how easy it looked, I think I got a bit more in the tank as well. So if I can get a 300 kilogram stone made, then hopefully this time next year I could come back to the Ohio one and do the record breaker again, you know, and make history once again, because I think a 300 kilogram stone would be up there with one of the best feats of strength ever.
Thank you for joining us today. Congratulations to all the athletes and especially to our new record holders. On part 2 of our Rogue Record Breakers, our challengers will attempt to make history in the deadlift for reps, the Denny Stones hold for time, and the women's monster dumbbell press. Don't miss history being made. For Dr. Bill Crawford and our entire crew, I'm Sam Farber. It's been a pleasure and a privilege having you with us. We'll see you next time at the 2020 Rogue Record Breakers.